Hey, happy Friday, everyone. This is Katrina Foard from the Talbot Greenya group, and I'm here with Eric Iliffe.
Hey folks, Eric Iliffe here. How's it going? Hey Katrina, good to see you today.
It's good to see you. We actually were able to the team was actually able to meet in person. It was good to see everyone together. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
great.
It's been a long time. Well, happy fall, everyone. I think it's October. I think it's clearly my favorite month and season of the year because it's spooky season and I love spooky season.
That's great. I like summer. I miss summer already.
I love summer. I think like each of them summer I love the casualness of summer.
Yeah,
It's not really casual as a realtor though because it's very hectic. But when you have kids at home, there's a vibe. But fall I love because we're big Halloween people around here.
that's great. Yeah, Halloween's fun.
Yeah, no, we go a little bit extra. We have a lot of spiders in our front yard, 12-foot spiders, 6-foot spiders. So
Nice.
we go a little overboard. But
Well, you and millions of others, so that's a
I
fun time
know
for
it's
sure.
fun. It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
But on that topic, that's what we're talking about is how to maintain things to maintain your house that are specific to fall. And I think one of the things we talk about that fall brings with the colder weather, especially in Virginia, when you never know when you're going to have a really good cold snap, because we start dipping down at nights into the 50s and 40s, and then we will usually just have one good freeze and then warm back up again. So I think for the fall, the number one thing is to turn off those exterior hose bibs.
Yep, I agree. Winterize your spigots, as we say in
And
the
those are
property management world.
And we've had it happen to us where one of them, because we had moved into the house, didn't know where the turnoff was for that valve. We had it burst and it flooded our garage. So that's what happens if you don't. Two things have to happen when you winterize your outdoor spigots, hose bibs. Is you need to turn it off on the inside of the house so no water's flowing, but you also need to empty once you've turned it off, you need to turn on the bib so that all the water that's in the pipe flows out,
Yep.
right?
Good
Because
tip.
that's what will really burst it is if there's standing water in it, and when it expands, when it freezes, it will just burst the pipe, right?
Very
Well,
good.
Eric, what do you think?
Well, I actually talked to you about this recently, and you gave me a good tip to clean the gutters. And I believe the tip, it might have been you or another team member, said to use a hose to clean out the gutters, and that'll wash away the leaves, or maybe you blow them away. But that's key if you live in a wooded neighborhood, so that you don't back up your gutters and then create additional problems that will potentially compromise the value of your property.
Yeah, we have to hire someone for that because our house is like 3 stories tall. So
Mhm.
I don't allow the hubby to get on a ladder that tall. So we
Yeah.
hire out for that one. That's a good one to contact us if you need a contractor to come and do that for you. One of the things we always talk about is fire safety, is that twice a year, and we always think of like spring and fall, maybe late spring, fall time, is to check your fire suppression system in the house. Make sure you're checking your batteries that are in your smoke detectors. A lot of areas in Virginia, the fire department will actually come and help you with that. And our local fire department here, if you actually buy new ones, which we recommend 10 years is probably when you should replace them on whole.
Hmm.
Our local fire department will actually come in and replace them for you to make sure that they're installed correctly. So
That's cool.
and I would say call your local fire station and ask if that's a service they provide. But our guys said they would come in and either fully install or check the install for us. So that's a good thing to do in the fall time as well, especially since it's starting to get fireplace season too.
Yeah, yeah.
What else we got, Eric? What
Another
else?
good opportunity, and it might be more practical to do this just once a year, like in the spring. But I also think putting a coat of fresh mulch down for the fall can help your flower beds, maybe keep the flower beds intact. The winter, they're going to blow away the mulch at some point when the high winds come in the cold weather. But it seems to be a good idea that's helped our flower beds, and they flourish in each spring. But maybe that's something that's only needed once a year. But it seems to make sense. I like doing it twice.
Yeah, we do it twice a year, and then in the fall we aerate and overseed.
Ah, perfect. There you go.
This is the one we were talking about that we do, and I send out like an email to my clients to remind them, is to dust and pull out your refrigerator and make sure you're dusting the front of the refrigerator where the fan exhaust comes out of, is to make sure you dust that. Because it does just get, and it's like if you have pets, that's immediately where pet hair goes.
Yeah.
And if you're dusting that, we don't have coils in the old days. We used to have coils on the back of the refrigerators.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore, so you don't have to necessarily dust the back coils like we used to, but at least get that underzone so that your exhaust is clear. The same thing goes with dryer vents, is make sure we have this amazing tool that you can buy for like $3 at the store called a Lint Lizard. And it is a little hose attachment that goes onto your vacuum that sticks into the dryer lint collector itself. So you take the screen out and stick this little Lint Lizard in there, and it sucks up all the excess lint that has gotten just in the dryer itself. And then we usually have someone come do the full run and clean out that. That for us has been maybe only once every 2 years, but I think you're supposed to do it once a year.
Yeah. Hey, I love it. So our audience is probably like, well, I learned something new with the Lint Lizard. I'd never heard of it.
I'm
The other,
telling you, they're great little
yeah,
things that you might make one yourself, but
well,
I'm just,
normally I'm sticking my hand in there. It's not a good idea just because you scrape up your hand. I love the Lint Lizard. I'm going to go snag one this weekend.
yeah, and it's cool to see because you stick this little tube down in the vacuum and it sucks up. You don't realize how much lint actually gets through that lint catcher
Yeah.
that just
Very
sits in
good
the
tip.
bottom of your dryer. And that's also a fire hazard as well.
Yep.
So that's just one of those things. But
Good
yeah,
one.
so happy fall, Eric. Glad to
Thank
be
you.
on here with you today. Any other last thoughts?
Well, Halloween. So I know you love this time of year. Have a great season and spooky season, as you called it. And hopefully you have a lot of trick-or-treaters or you give out a lot of candy. So,
Yeah, we do full-size candy bars at our house because we
oh,
don't play around.
that's fantastic.
It's like, come to our house, South Riding. That's
There you go.
well, thank you guys. We will see y'all. Have a great October.
Yeah. Thanks, folks. Have a great day.
Bye.